Cheers. Mmm.
Jameson and ginger.
Yes, very tasty.
Can't go wrong with that.
No.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, I'm Martina.
And I'm Tom.
And today we're back to music, as we talked about last time. And the band that we'd like to talk about, Tom, is...
We're going to talk about Gene Loves Jezebel.
Yay! I love that band. Tom and I share a lot of bands in common. And this is definitely one at the top of the list, don't you think?
Yep.
So, do you want to talk a little bit about when you've seen them live? And
Yeah, I first saw, well, I know they've been around a bit longer, but before the first time I saw them, but I first saw the, Desire video at, was it 1985, 86, I think? So I'm like, wow, this band sounds really cool, and, they look different and dress really cool.
yeah. And I can tell you that the very first time I was ever introduced to Gene Loves Jezebel was watching the Desire video, and I think my jaw literally dropped.
I didn't know they were twins because they look so different.
Yeah. So
the two brothers, it's Jay and
Michael.
Yeah.
Ashton. I guess Ashton or Aston. I'm not really sure because there's not an H in there. So.
Yeah, Aston, I would say.
Yeah. So now they're split off into two versions of Gene Loves Jezebel.
Because they hate each other, unfortunately.
Oh, that just breaks my heart.
Michael lives in the United States and Jay lives in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
But they both still work, and so they if you go to their Facebooks, you have to look at under Jay Aston's Gene Loves Jezebel and Michael Aston's Gene Loves Jezebel.
Yeah.
And there's still quite the rivalry going on when they'll both nitpick each other on and off.
Yeah.
It's silly.
So, yeah, that's sad. I read an interview with his mom where she's just heartbroken over it.
Yeah.
She just can't believe that they're not talking.
Yeah.
But life goes on.
I know as they got bigger, the labels wanted them to, market them more like a duo, like Nelson and stuff like that, and they didn't go for it, and there was a lot of fights on who was doing the vocals and who was looking best on stage and all that stuff. I don't know, I guess, even if you're twins, I guess you can't get along sometimes.
Yeah. So have you seen them live, Tom?
Let's see, if I can really remember, I've seen them probably 3 or 4 times live. And I think the first time was like the best when it was for the House of Dolls tour. It was 1986, and Flesh for Lulu opened up for them at Janice Landing. And my fondest memory of the show is I dyed my hair red. First I went to Clearwater Mall and they had a Flesh for Lulu meet and greet, which was pretty cool. So I got them to be, I was hoping Gene Loves Jezebel was there too. And so I dyed my hair completely red, like Jay's, and I bought their concert shirt, which was a white shirt with like gold emblem on it. It was really cool. And it rained that night. So I had red streaks down my shirt from all the hair dye. But I didn't care. It was just a good show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then I think the other time, me and a friend, we went to Orlando to see them. It was a small crowd, but that was really good. I think that was for Heavenly Bodies tour, and then I saw them at one of those shows where, 9 million bands for $10.
Mm-hmm.
They showed up
Mm-hmm.
at a club afterwards, at Club Detroit, and then there was one show we were at, but we didn't know each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was at Janice Landing, and they were playing with Flocks of Seagulls and When in Rome. It was a great, great show. And
that was Michael, though, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we went to the merch booth after the show, and actually got him to sing "Jealous" for me. He serenaded me with "Jealous"
For a cash retainer.
For a cash retainer, which was have bargained and haggled for, by the way.
I'll buy all these CDs if you sing this song.
Yes, that's pretty much what happened. It was fantastic. He was so charming. He was a great guy. So, yeah. He's also an artist, and I've long wanted to purchase one of his paintings.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yep. And Jay's got something going on outside of that too, right?
Yeah, I'm very excited about that because there's actually regular music coming out. He has a new band called the Ugly Bugs. He kind of talks about Bugs and Gene Loves Jezebel a lot too. But it's him and another gentleman where they kind of went back to really deep dark gothic roots of Gene Loves Jezebel with just like a synthesizer and a little bit of guitar.
And it sounds great.
Yeah, it's only digital download. You can get it off Amazon. They have one album out, and then they surprised everybody with one new single called Summertime. And I was hoping another album would be cranking out right after that, but nothing yet.
Okay.
But it's all on Amazon and,
it's
and
worth,
iTunes,
it's worth a listen, definitely.
Yeah,
I
it's really
enjoyed
good.
It. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed if you like Gene Loves Jezebel to begin with.
Yeah.
So, do we want to get into some of our favorite songs from the band?
Yes, you can go first.
Okay. Well, my number 3, again, we're going to pick 3 songs each to showcase. And my number 3 pick is off this album, and the song is Heartache, and I just think that's such a great, catchy tune. It's somewhat like Gene Loves Jezebel, but it's a little different, too, from their typical sound. So I absolutely love that song.
And that's both of them bellowing at their best.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a wonderful song.
And that's off the Discover album?
Yes.
That was their first breakthrough album in the States, but they had 2 prior albums before that.
Which I think was 1986, if I'm not mistaken.
See, one of my third favorite, well, out of the top 3, is from an album called Heavenly Bodies, which was one of the last ones they did. It was just Jay on the album. It was after Kiss of Life, which was kind of like their rock and roll, let's make some money album, but they went back to their deep roots of the real slick produced sound that I love the best, and I was like just so glad they put out just such a really great album after that. Probably inject the album cover up in a second here, but Sun Mask from Heavenly Bodies. The rubber band is broken.
Very cool song.
Yeah. So that represents that album and that song there.
My number 2 pick is Jealous. And this came out in 1990, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole album is fantastic. Kiss of Life is on there. I Die For You, which is also a great song. But Jealous is definitely one of my favorite songs from Gene Loves Jezebel.
Yep, we got a lot of corporate rock notoriety for that. They were playing on 98 Rock a lot, and I was like, this is weird. My favorite band being played on corporate radio.
Yeah.
But hey, good for them. They sold
money,
a lot,
right?
sold a lot of records, and that was the first album split after Michael and Jay left. So that's all Jay's work on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then while that album was out, Michael actually did an album. He had a new band called Edith Grove, which was it's okay. But if you like Michael's voice, it was good.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm next. Well, actually, we're kind of hearing the song I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. It's already playing, but it's one of my favorite songs, Steven, from the Immigrant album. And just the way it's a very slow ballad, but just both of their voices.
Harmonized.
Yep, they got Jay on the highs and Michael on the baritone at the same time, and it's known as one of their big classics. Their Stairway to Heaven, I'd say, because many artists, what was it? There's a really cool performance of Billy Corgan and Jay coming out and singing this together. Yep, that's on YouTube. Find it, and I think even the Foo Fighters even covered this song too.
Wow.
I believe too. Yeah. So this was an earlier one where they still had kind of like short hair, but they did the hair ties and the pearl necklaces and stuff like that. Yep.
And my number 1 pick, of course, is Desire. It's definitely the signature Gene Loves Jezebel song, I think. The video is fantastic. It's the first song I ever really, maybe didn't hear from them, but definitely took notice of them. I love the video, and the song is just fantastic. And they both just sound fantastic on the song. They dance great on the video. Yeah. I just think overall, it is definitely the signature Gene Loves Jezebel song.
I think they have the most perfect liquidy vocals and the screamings and the
yodeling, I guess.
Yodeling, barks, howls, whatever comes to mind, they sputter out.
It's awesome.
Okay, then my all-time favorite is when House of Dolls came out. I was playing that left and right, that had Emotional Love and Suspicion and 20 Kilohertz, a bunch of hits like that. And a little bit after they released that, they released the single for Emotional Love. And it's got a couple of dance remixes on it. But what's interesting is some of the B-sides they put on it are the most phenomenal things they recorded. I don't know why they didn't put them on the album. they did a re-recording of their first single, Bruises, and they called it Bugs Bruises. But it's just a really slick reproduction of it. But my all-time favorite song on here is a song called Vagabond: A New Adventure, and it's just the catchiest, polished, really good sound, and the way they scream and howl on it. They say yeehaw, and you know, I think that's why it was a B-side, because they just kind of go off the chain a little bit. It's kind of a silly song, but I played this more than the album because I got burned out, you know, on House of Dolls so fast. But it's a 2-record vinyl set. You can get tons of them on eBay for like pennies on the dollar, and it has this really cool gatefold of everybody. There's Jay, and where's yep, there's Michael on the end there. But they pretty much have the same lineup.
Perfect 80s glam, huh? I love it.
Yep, glam, goth. I mean, they went through glam, goth, rock, you know. But
so the image of the band, I think, you know, is one of the attractive factors of them. It's not just the music, but it's how beautiful they are and the way they move. It's just a fantastic, you know, band, I think, overall.
Yeah, all their videos on YouTube and stuff. Check them out. You know, and they have a standard greatest hits if you don't know where to start at.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's...
Called Voodoo Dollies.
Absolutely. So if you've not listened to them lately or really have never given them much attention, I would definitely encourage you to do so. It's a fantastic band. It's very representative of the underground 80s, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
So
I think their first single was called "Shave My Neck," and it was really like they were black eyeliner, black hair. You know, it was really goth. It's kind of a hard single to find.
Yep. And definitely give Ugly Bugs a listen too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm generally not a big fan of any kind of spin-off of my favorite bands.
Or come back after a while, you know.
Right. But that really, I was pleasantly surprised. So I would definitely give them a listen. Okay.
So there we have it.
I think so. Okay.
Now, that's what we like. We could be blown out of our asses. What are your favorite Gene Loves Jezebel songs or albums or anything you want to talk about by Gene Loves Jezebel?
Yep. Comment down below for sure on that.
What team are you? Are you Team Jay or are you Team Michael?
That's a tough sell. I do have to say that, yeah, I'm not going to specify because I do like them both equally and I think they're both fantastic. I wish that they would be friends again, of course.
They just need to get back together and just get over it.
I think so too. So, all right. Well, cheers, Tom.
Cheers. Oh, and what? Yeah, that's right. Jameson and ginger?
Jameson and ginger, yeah. Yep.
Delicious.
It is good. And so next time we're probably going to be back to movies. We're going to be
picking a date. A year
out of the hat. And we'll definitely put together some of our favorite movies of that year. We may sneak in a couple of different genre videos in between there. I've definitely got some ideas. Tom's got some ideas on videos that we could do. So if we can sneak one in more than one a week, then we'll try and do that, and they'll be kind of off-genre type videos.
Or let us know what you want us to talk about if you have any ideas.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.